standing here right by your side. I will be standing here till the end of time. I will be standing here all through the night, till the stars align. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me.
Good morning again, all you YouTubian people out there. This is a follow-up to the question I had a while ago, and this is why I had the question. You see, this is a conversation that I had a few months back with Green Eyes, guys. And this is what he is telling me. I'm going to read this to you. Some of it's been cut out because, I mean, he's just wacko sometimes, but this is what he says. And maybe he's not too far off. It says, looking like Jody and Andy bought Summer in December. Something happened in June. Dude with Pew Pew is Andy coming to grab Summer, who came to see the dogs because they owned her. April 2021. Jody and Andy shaved her head. One of them is in the something pig. In December, Candace said she had a house for sale in 2020 because Dawn was making so much money in Utah, but she canceled the sale when Dawn came back, which we know was in October 2020. She said that happened 6 weeks. I'm thinking he's meaning 6 months before Summer went missing. She slipped, makes it December 2020, sold, and something happened in June because Andy, and that's where he dropped off. And I said, first off, dude with Pew Pew is Donwells. There are a bunch of pics of him and the boys with Pew Pews, because I honestly thought that was Donwells. Anyways, I said, and it couldn't have been 6 weeks before Summer got gone. She went missing in June 2021, and why on earth would Jody, Sue, and Andy buy or own Summer? Dude, I think you've took way too many today, or one too many today. He says, Dawn has tats, LOL. First off, you're still dumb. Where's Dawn's tats, LOL? You suck. I said, dude, if I'm so dumb, why are you even talking to me? If I'm so dumb, go find somebody else. And he says, bought in December, died in June. Andy, their big dope dealer. Who you think bought that Subaru? Andy's mom pays for everything Andy wants. I said, I know he's their dope dealer. He said, how's it Dawn with no tattoos? He said, Subaru was bought in December. You suck at this still. I said, I really don't care if you think I suck. You are not important to me, nor what you think of me. Have a blessed day. So, folks, either this guy is way off his rocker, or maybe he knows something that we don't know. I mean, consider the phone conversations he had with Jody Sue, which is what's going to be the main topic of the live this evening, on top of this right here. But, I mean, he was pointing this out to me months ago about this was not Dawn. And maybe, I mean, hypothetically, this is what has happened. Allegedly, this may be Andy Bernard. And like other people are saying, it could be H, it could be Damien. I mean, we really don't know. I am going to go and look and see if I can find any photos of Andy Bernard to see if he has tattoos on that arm. If anybody has any pictures of Andy Bernard's upper right arm, please send them to me so I can see, so I can compare them. But I'm just wondering, I mean, like I said, considering the conversation that Green Eyes has had, and also I have another clip of text where he makes the statement of, I forget, hang on one second, let me check and see how, so I don't want to word it the incorrect way. Hang on. Okay, I found it. I didn't include it in here, but I can show it at any point in time. We're talking about Candace, or the trip, the 2020 trip from New York to here. And we were discussing that, and he says, I said, that's why they didn't stay. And he goes, they claimed they was moving here. The house fell through. So obviously, Mr. Green Eyes actually lives here in Tennessee. Why else would he say they were claiming they were moving here? Now, he had told me he lives in South Carolina. Other people have said that he's located in North Carolina. But to me, they claim they are moving here means that he is here in Tennessee. So maybe he's a little bit closer to this situation than we all think. Maybe he really does know something that we don't know. I think law enforcement needs to find out who Mr. Green Eyes really is. And yesterday on my video, or whenever it was, I kept saying Jacob. It wasn't Jacob Daniels, and I do apologize. It's Daryl Jacobs, or it was. He's changed his last name now again. He changed it on his Facebook profile to something else. I'm just curious, guys. All I'm wanting to do is try to find this baby and find who is involved and what happened to her. And any little clue, which people might think, oh, it's not important. A lot of people, especially one person in particular, has the famous saying is, well, what does that have to do with summerwells? Well, you never know until you dig it up. You never know what it might have to do with summerwells. Now, Green Eyes was talking to Jody Sue on the phone about they're trying to stick him in a dungeon and trying to unalive him because he knows too much. Who else do we know that was talking about somebody being stuck in a dungeon? Oh, wait, that was donwells, talking about Summer being put in a dungeon. I think law enforcement needs to get their butts back up there and start digging around on that mountainside and find out if there's some kind of a root cellar or something up there that people are referring to as a dungeon. Because, I mean, there's got to be something. Like I keep saying over and over again, folks, there's a little bit of truth in every lie told. And with the same words repeatedly coming up, there's got to be something to it. I mean, I don't know what you all think, but that's my opinion. Some of you value my opinion, some of you don't. If this is Damien, then why was Damien running around with a gun behind a child, as a matter of fact? If it was H, why was he? For that matter, if it's an adult, why were they? You don't run around or play around with pew-pews when there are children around, plain and simple, even if it's just a BB. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I just wanted to put this in here, let you guys see what was actually said and see where my questions were coming from. So I will see you guys on the live this evening at 6 o'clock. Brandy's going to be co-host, and Miss Brookie will be coming on as guest. And we'll see you then. Say the prayers for the kids, guys.